Hello, everyone, and welcome to what is hopefully a familiar sight for most of you. Week number 8 of the HRL MegaMix series, with a bit of a switch up than what we planned. We'll get into that. Going back to Barvo Speedway, but a bit of a different look here, of course, on H2A. I think you can definitely still recognize the track and tell what it is, what it's supposed to be. Obviously, just more limited than H2A, can't do as much with the aesthetics, but still pretty instantly recognizable, I think. But yeah, so this was one of the many planned H5 remakes throughout the schedule. That was supposed to be raced on the Hogs, but then we got to testing the track, and I wasn't really too sure how it'd race on the Hogs. I didn't think it'd race too well. I didn't think passes would really happen too much. But it was kind of two things. It was that, but it was also that it raced, I thought, really well on the Gooses. So it was kind of two things there working against each other. Hog race, wasn't really too sure how it would go, and the Gooses felt pretty damn perfect. Like, I didn't feel like it needed much adjustment to work for the Gooses. I was like, just race it with the Gooses now. So ended up going that route, deciding to race it with the Gooses, and so here we are. So maybe we'll make up that, maybe in the grand finals we'll get H5 like Hog Oval or something like that. We'll figure it out. But for this week, for a special, and we already did Hog Tona as well, even though that's not, it's kind of a remake, not really a remake. We already did Hog Tona, so it's not that big of a deal on the Hogs, of course. So worked out pretty well. So anyways, heat races were taken by Detail and Luke, but the leader does get the choice. So to clear up any confusion here, Detail did win the first heat, but he decided to go for the outside start. So Detail, Luke left, right, and then now I'm going to go right to left through the rest of the field. It's going to be Armada and Opix, right, left, Lamau. Armada and Opix, Blake and Fireball, Slaunch and Camby, Soul and Roman, Hunter and Sor and Vulcan showing back up this week, rounding out the field in the back. So pretty straightforward. It's going to be classic oval race. No, there are pits on the track, but no pitting. Just the same oval stuff we've been doing recently. Same caution rules, same trues rule, all that. Same GWC rule or lack thereof now, all that stuff. The yellow line is the start line. 60 lap race, 121 on the checkpoint. Here we go for Moto 1, our first Barvo race in a couple years. Green flag. Roaring off to the start, and you're going to see the cushion here on the outside for the pole sitter Detail right there. Can already see the power of the cushion and that it's back on this track. It's not just like an H5 thing. Now this is a more traditional cushion. It's just good banking. It's not, no dismount, but a flip cheese in the back is Fireball there. No caution called for that one. I think it's because it was laggy. Like, it kind of seemed like he lagged on his own and everybody kind of dodged it. So no caution, and no dismount as well. So no caution called on that one. Unfortunate. We'll see if Fireball can bring it back. But yeah, so more traditional cushion on this one. Just a fast, well-banked outside line, not the, crazy, like, wall bounce cheese that we saw on H5. So this is essentially like what H5 Barvo was like supposed to be, except it just works really well on this game for whatever reason. It just works. It just works. Lamau. Word to Todd Howard, but it just works. Going on 5 laps in here, and early battle for the lead is Detail and Slaunch. Slaunch making some big inside moves. Luke in third, and Blake lurking behind in fourth, trying to stay close. Let's go through the rest of the field. We have a nice 3 wide emerging here. That's Soul, Hunter, and Camby. And then we've got, Roman, Armada, Sor, Vulcan, Opix. Rough start for Opix. We'll see if we can bring it back. And Fireball with the roughest start for sure. All the way to the back. Big inside move there for Luke. That's going to be third to first. But we'll see some crossovers. And what I like about when the track, I shouldn't say singles out, but because, not really singling out, but spreads out a bit. Still close enough to get some battles, but spreads out a bit. What I like about the racing on this one is that, and I was saying this in testing too, it kind of races, as we see the crossover there, exactly the type of thing that I want to see for what I'm about to say. It kind of races like a Woo. kind of races like a World of Outlaws. So no drifting, no confusion. They're not doing that. The Woo week is in the season, but that's later. But the way it races when you get into a battle in this kind of plays out like one. Like there's a lot of inside aggressive moves, a lot of slide jobs, and a lot of like outside big momentum, a lot of outside crossovers. So yeah, it races very, very, very similar to a World of Outlaw, I would say. And that's something that I definitely enjoy. I think it's cool. I like that style of racing. I think it's fun. So different people have different opinions on it, I'm sure, through the field, but I like it, and I think it works pretty well. And I like that we'll for sure see some passing. We'll for sure see some battling. Let's get some onboard action. Oh, that wasn't too bad. We're gonna go back a lap because I don't know. I accidentally cheesed that. I don't know how far back we went, so I'm gonna roll it back a little bit in case I cheesed it there. I wasn't too sure. But rare case, don't do it too often. Let's get some onboard action. Onboard with Slaunch in third here. He's off to a good start. And of course, he's trying to recover. Last week, had to race on the Xbox One for the Supercross week, which I'm sure was not something that he was hoping for. I'm sure he was not, looking to be at a big disadvantage for a week like that he's probably looking to pick up some points. But Slaunch has had a pretty strong season so far. And I think he can have some potential here at Barvo, too. Solid 3-wide. We see some great racing. Battle for the lead has been vintage Barvo, I'd say, so far. Like 10 laps into this race, probably closing in on 15. Good 3-wide battle between the virtual top 3 in points. Soul still has it, but Slaunch on Mulligans for sure has that 3rd spot at this point. But yeah, a lot of the Moto win battles has been between these 3 this season, and it's them for the lead again. But the spoiler for this race is Blake in 4th. We'll see if he can get up there. He's making, with all this battling and with his outside and just, getting clean laps in, he's going to get there. He's going to get there. He's not out of this race at all. He can absolutely play spoiler in this one. And, he's more accustomed to the oval racing, more of an oval specialist, I would say. This is more of his thing. He does race the other stuff, and he can do quite well in it. But, I mean, this is definitely his expertise, so wouldn't be surprised if he can get up there and actually mix it with them. I think he could actually play for a good finish here for a podium. I don't think he's going to get shoved to the back immediately. I think he can duke it out with these guys. He's going to have to gain a little bit. They did get away again. I mean, this is just great racing. This is just great racing up front. Crossover, both sides. Detail and Slaunch going around Luke. Splitting the D right there. Luke falling back to 3rd. Blake still lurking behind Soul. In 5th is starting to creep into the frame. And if they keep this battling up, I mean, holy shit, we're like 20 laps in. This battle's still going. Blake is right there. Soul is starting to creep into the frame. I don't know about Hunter and Camby back there. I think that's probably chalked, but I mean, Soul could play a role in this. Oh, look at that crossover after the slide move from Blake. And here it is, 4 wide for the lead. Oh, Blake bringing it up. And now Detail with the crossover, 4 wide to the line again. And Blake led that lap. So showing you he can definitely compete up front. But now we're going to get another slide job. It's Detail this time. Blake going to go back to 4th. And Soul is there. If they don't break away, Soul is there. And this is what I like. I mean, with all this crossover, all this good battling. Oh, huge run out of Luke and Detail, though. And this is a big moment. They got massive momentum. Are they going to be able to get away with it? Slaunch, Soul, Blake. They're going to have to try to get in on this lead. This might finally be the breakaway. They're going to need to make a move soon, or they might... Luke and Detail might break away from the pack. Wherever that momentum came from, that perfect storm right there, that might have opened it up. So the 4-way, it was 2-way, then 3-way, then 4-way battle that we saw for literally like 25 laps. Probably one of the best battles that we've seen all season for the lead. Finally settles down for a bit, but it's not over. Detail's definitely within striking distance of Luke, but probably keeping it chill, trying to increase that gap. And they're doing a good job at it. Especially Soul worked his way into this, and he's mixing it up, and that's not going to help Slaunch or Blake. So yeah, it's probably a 3rd place battle unless Luke and Detail start doing some crazy battling too. Oh, here it is though. Oh my god. Third place battle. I mean, that's still on. But yeah, Soul is mixing it up now. Soul is in the podium conversation. And I was saying they wouldn't, you know, Camby and Hunter, I wouldn't really count on them. But, I mean, if these guys start battling and they keep it going and shove each other in the wall, I mean, Camby and Hunter aren't that far away. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But I gotta say, I mean, I'm happy with how this is turning out. Like, this, the way this is racing and the way the race is playing out, and even, like, the first moto, like, green flag, long run, like, this is very vintage Barvo. Like, everything about this so far is exactly what you would expect for this. So, pretty cool to see. Here we are, halfway, just hitting the halfway point of the moto, and they've definitely broke away for the lead, so it's Luke and Detail 1-2, and they've gotten the gap there, so that they finally stretched that out. Slaunch has gotten around Blake and Soul, and Slaunch may have that position on lock now. So it may just be a battle between Blake and Soul for fourth now, and Camby and Hunter, they're creeping. They're creeping. They're getting there. They're outside the top 5 still, but they're getting there. Now that's starting to shrink out a little bit, let's get an update. Especially because we're, oh my god, that back battle too, we got to take a look at that. Especially now that we're getting close to, or past the halfway point, it's Luke, Detail, Slaunch, Blake, Soul, Camby, Hunter, and then I think that was Opix and Fireball. Wow, Fireball up there. Fireball on a bit of a comeback. And then Armada, Vulcan, Roman, and Soar. 3 wide. Okay, I thought Slaunch was going to break away, but he has not. The third place podium battle is still on. I mean, this is insane stuff. Clean battling so far. There was only one wall cheese on Soul that looked a little rough, but I mean, it honestly wasn't even that bad. Like, it's been relatively, I shouldn't even say relatively, it's been freaking clean for these upfront battles as well, which you love to see, especially this far into the moto, that everybody's still doing a good job and still keeping it pretty clean.
Lap complete.
And they're finally, I mean, they were running a clean 3 wide for a while there, but finally going for some dives. Slaunch not able to clear Blake, but he gave him just enough room. Soul latching on, and Blake just ripping that outside. And the lead is, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. It's not quite over yet. I mean, they're staying single wide, but I think something is brewing there. And meanwhile, this epic last place battle, 4-way Roman, Vulcan, Armada, Soar last place battle. Look at the leaders. This did tend to happen towards the latter half of a long green flag like Barvo Moto 1. This did tend to happen at times, and it looks like it may happen here. The leaders are slowly but surely approaching that pack, and that's going to be interesting. That might play a role, especially with how close they are, in that battle at the end of the race. So it may not be just like a clean battle between the leaders all the way through. We may get a little bit of lap or cheese. And remember how I was saying, like, Hunter and Camby, they're creeping. Oh, no! Oh, that's brutal. Wow. Wow. Hunter saw his opportunity, went for it, and got swept with too much momentum. He got swept with too much momentum and got cheesed out there. Man, that sucks. They worked on it for so many laps, and maybe just like a tad early right there, and he got, I mean, it's lag cheese at the end of the day. That's tough. But hey, now Camby, look at this, Camby. Hunter and Camby, by the way, you got to give them their respect for catching up. They are previous Barvo winners. It's been a long-ass time. I want to say Season 4. I don't know why I always remember that one. Previous Barvo winners. So, I mean, probably damn near half of this field. Maybe not quite half, but a decent chunk of it got to be previous Barvo winners at this point. And some of them looking to put some more etches onto that, or if we see a new winner tonight. Yeah, Camby losing a little bit out. Maybe he had some help with Hunter. Maybe they're getting some momentum cheese. Maybe that was helping Camby keep up. But, I mean, if they keep battling in front of him, Camby's not out of it. Camby could be a spoiler for this podium spot. He's just lurking. He's just there, waiting for his opportunity. He just needs to stay locked in. And maybe it will come eventually. Those guys are just freaking going for it. Oh, here we go. Oh, not quite. That was maybe the move for the lead, but not quite. But, I mean, if Detail plays it patient, we're coming to about like 10-ish to go here, 10, 11 to go. And, well, I mean, it's happening. I think we can see it. They're in the same corner. I think we can very well see it at this point. And this is why I don't mind a green flag oval race. Like, the way this is playing out, super interesting. If we had a caution, it'd be like, all right, well, yeah, it's going to be a dive fest at the end here. But now we have this race naturally playing out, and we have a bit of a wrench to throw into it. The lappers definitely going to play a role in the win for this race at this point. That is for sure going to happen. And, you know, vice versa, the leader's going to play a role in their battle too. Maybe a little more than you expect. Lamau. But yeah, that's definitely coming. Oh, it's so close. It's happening. It's so close. Oh my goodness. There's too much to watch on the track. There's way too much to watch. Leaders approaching the lapped battle. Wow. The third place rages on. Camby's in it. He's in the mix now. I'll try to catch as much as I can, but this is obnoxious at this point.
Lap complete.
Approaching 5 to go this time by. Yep, here we are. 5 to go. It's go time, and look at this. They've caught him. Luke's right in the mix of the lapper cheese. And there, Detail sees the opportunity, goes for it. Big dive, gets the momentum. Here they go. Splitting through the middle, 4 to go.
Lap complete.
Splitting their way around him. Going to come to 3 to go this time by. The steel cheese is in, and they are in the mix. Oh my god, they're still going at it too. This is ridiculous. I'm going to watch a replay of third place, don't worry.
Lap complete.
So we got to see that. I mean, I technically we get 2 battles here. But here we go, big dive. Double checking, yep, 2 to go. And here we go, they're about to clear the lappers, 2 to go. It's going to be a clean battle to the line for the first H2A edition of Barvo. Luke and Detail going at it, and here we go, white flag. Do the lappers go for anything? Do they spice it up at this point? I don't know. Last lap, that big run around the outside. Detail's definitely going to have to go for a dive here. He's going for it, sliding up, going for the momentum. Luke's got the outside run, and that's going to be it. Luke and Detail first and second. Oh, Solange gets it. Solange gets the podium over Sol, then Blake, then Camby. Looked like Opex Hunter. Fireball. Wait, was that Opex? Holy shit. Worked his way to it. Wow. And then Sora Roman. Well, we'll get that one sorted, Lamau. All right, let's go back. Am I going to get hit with the classic? Oh, I for sure got hit with the classic. You can just see it. Oh, yeah, no, actually wasn't that bad.
Lap complete.
All right, I want to take a look. That's not too bad. I want to take a look at... All right, let's go on board with Camby. So here we are on board with Camby. So you guys can take a look at that. We're watching the lead battle. This is the battle for third, and with 3 to go. So battle for third with 3 to go. This is how it goes. Blake going for a late dive. That's what you got to do. Gets a big run, and it's a 3 wide right here. And then Blake's going to go for it again. Solange trusting in the outside momentum. What a great... That was a freaking World of Outlaw move if I've ever seen one on a non-woo track. Great turn down right there. And yeah, look at the momentum that gave him. That just set him up for it so well. And then now this is going into the white flag. And yeah, that was incredible. And then now this is to the end. Taking a look at the replay here. Solange protecting it. And Solange just gets enough of a run. Just gets enough of a run right there. He's clearly got that. Then Blake and Camby.
Lap complete.
And then, yeah, clearly Opix over Hunter, so these were all settled. All right, with photo finishes, let me see. If anything changed around. Looks like that was not the case. Okay, there's some cheese in the back, so I'm not cheesing it in this. I'm going through the results as they are. If they change, peep the docs. They'll be in the description. Bob Saget. All right. Going through the lineup for Moto 1, it's Luke, then Detail, Solange, Soul, Blake, Camby, Opix, Hunter, Fireball, Roman, Vulcan, Armadasaur, Lamau. So there you have it for Moto 1. Pretty cracked one at Barvo. Definitely living up to, what we used to see in H5 with these types of races. Pretty cracked. So that was sick. Moto 2, going to be even crazier. Expect some big cheese with the invert. So that'll, of course, as always, be fun to watch. So definitely look forward to that one. And I'll see you guys there. All right, replay action. I don't know if this changes. It probably changes the order. I don't recall. But anyways, there was some post-race cheese. All right, so what we decided to do was go to the real life rules where the lap down cheesers, they get put on the same lap. Essentially, I don't know. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying. So leaders cross the line right there. Lap down race ends up being a 3-way photo finish. Armada gets it. Unbelievable. Armada gets it. Take a look at that photo finish. Best photo finish of the whole damn season, well, it's definitely not. But best 3-way photo finish of the season. And Armada takes it. What a move. And would you look at that? Roman, I believe, will take a look. Oh. Roman going to be taking... Oh. Roman going to be taking the other position. I don't remember what... 11th or some shit. Right there. You see Roman gets it. Vulcan taking 12th and receiving a bonus penalty as well for undisclosed reasons. And Soar bringing home the 13th place, rounding out the field. So there you go. There's your clarification. All the other positions were correct. That's the last place starting order. If you want to know what the what the problem was post-race, as you can see, they're still battling, but the leaders are done. And, Detail, known for having that dumpy, decides to give it a little bit to Ramdean right in the middle of the corner while they still had another lap of racing to go. So I respect it. Ramdean probably appreciated it. But that definitely cheesed their battle, so... to be fair, the lapper, it should probably be like that anyways. All right.
Lap complete. Lap complete. Lap complete.
Luke, on the other hand, with the breakfast tea bell, coming around to the stomach at this point, needing to get to the bathroom quickly so he doesn't pull a Tony Stewart at Watkins Glen. Hitting the same maneuver in front of Roman. Now that's justified. That's fair. Honestly, I think we should revert it. I think Soar should get the spots. So, Detail throwing it back in front of Ramda and Vulcan. Luke going for the bathroom. Quick run. Taking care of that quesadilla as it comes out the other end. Lamau. Right in front of Roman. Fair play. Fair play, in my opinion. I actually changed my mind. We're reverting it. Soar gets the 3 positions. See you guys for Moto 2. I'm kidding.